olives. I hate the sound of metal scraping metal. I hate it when people try to get into my personal business. There are days where I hate going to school. Heck, sometimes I hate my brothers. That said, it's your turn. Think of something you hate. Be a person, a noise, a food, whatever you want. Now, do you really hate it? Hate is the most intense form of disliking there is. It's more than just a word to be used for anything that bothers or annoys you. Simply put, hate is a strong word, and as a society, we abuse its usage. Now, not only do us young, naive 8th graders overuse and loosely use the term hate, but we don't understand the meaning behind it. Hate causes people to act violently. A hate crime is a violent act, or really any crime, against someone because of their religion or nationality or sexual orientation or gender, the list goes on. In 2006, the National Crime Prevention Council reports 7,722 hate crimes. That's like every person in our school committing almost 11 hate crimes each. Now, there has to be a reason behind this, because no one can hate without one. Let's look at the facts. In 2007, the FBI reported 7,621 hate crimes. 50.8% of those were because of racial disliking. That same year, there were 60 hate crimes against those with mental disabilities and 20 against those with physical disabilities. In fact, it's said that a person with disabilities is 4 to 10 times more likely to be a victim of a hate crime than anyone else, and their sexual orientation. Again, in 2007, there was 1,260 hate crimes against those in the LGBT community. In a study of lesbian, gay, and bisexual people, it was found that 1 in 5 women and 1 in 4 men were to be a victim of a hate crime by the age 16. Now, these numbers might just sound like statistics, and they are, but if you think about it, they all have one thing in common: difference. SAVE, an organization of Students Against Violence, explains that when you get right down to the root of the crime, you find that it was committed because they feared how it might impact their life and community in which they reside. Their fears were baseless. Fear breeds hatred, hatred breeds destruction. People are scared of the unknown. When they see something that doesn't agree with them, they feel that contrasting personality or belief should be pushed away. People are scared of difference. Now, all this isn't to say that we haven't come quite a ways when it comes to ending hate. In 1865, Congress passed the 13th Amendment, abolishing the abomination that was slavery. And SAVE points out that in 1871, Congress had to pass the Ku Klux Klan Act to help suppress the KKK. A site called the Legal Project explains that there have been national laws invoked to, quote, criminalize speech that is merely deemed insulting to one's race, ethnicity, religion, or nationality. And many different conventions have been put in place to deal with and prevent hate, such as the International Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Racial Discrimination. So yeah, we have progressed a bit, but it's not enough. Laws are put in place only to show that the problem the law has been made about is being dealt with. They don't always work. I mean, speeding is illegal, but that doesn't stop 100,000 people from getting a speeding ticket every day. Robbing a bank is illegal, but that doesn't stop bank robbers. My point is that just because there is a law in place doesn't mean people won't violate it. Laws can't do everything. Us as a society need to get to work. Let's get back to you, what you hate, the last time you used the term hate. You might be thinking that just because you don't hurt people because of your hate, that you're not contributing to this problem. Well, let me connect the dots for you. This world is full to the brim with hate. So many people hating and then acting upon it. And then you come along claiming you hate your friend for slamming your locker, or taking pictures on your phone, or tripping you. You're adding hate to the world that doesn't need to be there. You're overflowing an already full pot. Now, picture it this way. The world is full of 7 billion people. That's 7 billion people with roughly 30 different types of government. 7 billion people in 196 countries. 7 billion people practicing around 4,200 religions. 7 billion people with 7 billion different opinions. We're not all going to get along, and that's not a problem. The point of this TED Talk is not to convince everyone to drop all anger and hold hands and sing Kumbaya, because that's not going to happen. There's no way 6,999,999,999 people are going to give up what they believe in and go with what one person says is right. We're humans, not robots, and we're all narcissists. We all have this little voice in the back of our head telling us that we're right and our opinion is the only one that can bring good into the world, and we all listen to it. So no, I'm not asking for conformity. I'm not asking for anyone to give up their beliefs and jump onto somebody else's train of thought. I'm asking for respect. I'm asking for us as a world to understand that people are different and accept that. We need to stop seeing difference as a bad thing and start seeing it as a strength, something that adds to one's personality. We need to stop obsessing over differences and start bonding over similarities. This world belongs to everyone of every religion and nationality and gender. It belongs to you. Do you want your life to be caught in this heartless game of tug-of-war? Or everyone's pulling for their opinions to be the right one? Everyone hating each other because no one fits into anyone else's puzzle of perfection? Because that's what this world's going to morph into. It's inevitable, or nearly inevitable. There is a way to at least subdue the hate. Spread kindness. Be a friend to those who need a friend. Give no one a reason to dislike you, and try your best not to dislike anybody else. See people for who they are, not who you want them to be, and accept them. There is no way to completely stop hate. There are always going to be people who are so narcissistic and set in their ways that they will hurt those who don't agree with them. So let's start where we can. Stop negatively adding to the world what doesn't need to be put into the equation. Spread kindness, and please don't use the word hate. I won't eat olives. I can't stand the sound of metal scraping metal. It really bothers me when people try to get into my personal business. There are days where I don't feel like going to school. Heck, sometimes I even get angry with my brothers. But I don't hate, and there is no reason for you to either.